to have one thing to say. Hang on here.
All right, so welcome to the Well Actually podcast. Thank you for joining us, however you may be joining us. Please remember to subscribe to the Well Actually podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, and videos most of the time are available on YouTube. I am joined by, what did you say last time? The magnificent Tammy.
Yep, she's back.
You don't sound so enthused. But yeah, we have a lot to discuss. And of course, we're excited to announce that the What the Fuck story of the week is back as well. So that should be interesting. So I'm sure all of you have been waiting for this for a long time, but there's only one place to start. And the first thing we're going to talk about is the NBA season is coming back on December 20th.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, the NBA season is coming back December 22nd with a 72 game slate. And yeah, so Lakers got that chip, and as a LeBron fan, I'm excited about that. I'm not a Lakers fan, LeBron fan. Okay, but seriously though, in case you've been living under a rock or in a coma, and like this is the first thing you've decided to listen to, weird choice, but I'm flattered. And you're just finding out that Joe Biden won the election. Asterisk. So we're going to start a little segment we call winners and losers. And the first winner we have is Joe Biden and Kamala Harris as the president and vice president elect. Joe Biden, 46th president of the United States. Kamala Harris, the first Black vice president and Black woman, Asian woman, South Asian woman in general. Just her name is on a lot of history books right now. And so those are the winners right now. And for losers, I want to say democracy, because the Republican Party is challenging everything. They're alleging fraud on all ballots that don't have Trump as the winner, but they're accepting the races for like Senate seats, House of Reps, all the way down. They're accepting those, but they're just not accepting the ones where he lost as for the president. And I just wanted to get your thoughts on that. Like, what is going on?
My thoughts?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, this is America.
That's it. This is America.
Nothing can surprise me at this point. So
okay, that's fair. That is fair. But what do you say to the people who think he's just not going to leave? Just period. Just no matter what happens, he's not leaving.
I say get your popcorn. Because I mean, this country has disappointed me in many ways, but I don't think they're gonna just let him stay. Even the most diehard Republican, I don't think there's any argument to letting him stay. Personally, I don't know. Maybe that's my like optimism coming in, but
yeah, that sounds very optimistic. But the world needs that right now. All right. So another winner in this situation, presidential spouses. So Doug Emhoff, who's Kamala Harris's husband, has decided that he's going to quit his job to be around, like, to be her backbone, to be around her 24/7, letting her know that I got you and all that. And I feel like it was a really good move in the, I don't want to say in like the legacy building of Kamala because she did things not in a very traditional way because she got married late. She like around 50, and this is like his second marriage, so he already had children. She didn't take his name. It just feels like a very modern uh
Yeah.
marital situation. And his quote was, "I'm her husband, that's it. She's got plenty of great people giving her political advice. I'm her partner. I'm her best friend, and I'm her husband. And that's what I'm here for. I'm here to have her back."
Oh my God.
I,
God when, please. That is beautiful.
yeah, so he's also like keeping up with the tradition of presidential and vice presidential spouses of not having like formal occupation outside of
Mm.
like the White House or wherever. And another winner that I mentioned as well, Dr. Joe Biden, her on the other hand, she's gonna keep practicing. She's gonna keep her occupation, as far as I know. I
Good
think
for her.
I think there was an announcement made towards it. So while he's making history in one fashion, she's making history in another, where she's going to be the first lady to actually have a job outside of the White House that's like not related to the presidency. And honestly, I think that's dope because, again, she could have gone the Melania route, which was, what did Melania do?
Nothing.
Okay, I just wanted to point that out. Yeah. And our next loser, Jeffrey Toobin. Yeah.
God.
So where do I even start with this story? It so I know a lot of people have been working from home or working remote or just increased teleconferencing presences. And Toobin, well, the final straw in a long list of despicable acts of his career was he was on a work call, or he insists that he didn't know he was on or he wasn't on yet, and he just whipped his schmiegel out, and and he wanted, he was trying to bust a nut on Zoom. That's what it was. That's what it. That's I
Short
I
and
I
sweet.
I
Yes. That
couldn't I couldn't yeah
you were
I did
trying to
I
make it
didn't want to
sound nice.
beat around the
I
bush
want.
any. Okay,
Okay.
that's a bad phrase. Okay, yeah. So before you rush to his defense, I'm like, everybody, no, first of all, no, everybody has not done that, not even thought about doing that. No, just keep your meat away from Zoom, just unless you are asked. And even then, it's still kind of iffy. But
Asked by who?
you know what? Let's not get into that right now. Let's focus on Mr. Tubin.
Okay.
So yeah, he was a reporter for the New Yorker, a staff writer for the New Yorker, and some people might, even if you don't sympathize with that on that part, but you're like, oh, you're losing your job that you've had for 27 years after that, and you're like, maybe suspension. Like, no, but he's had like a lot of shady shit in his life, and let me just run through just a few of it. Whew. So he stalked a colleague, demanding to fist her. I did not misspeak. To fist her. Like, he straight up like followed her to her hotel room, and yeah, also, like, just in case you're thinking, you know what, who hasn't done that? Again, not no, you're on your own with that. He he seduced a junior employee at work and got her pregnant, and then wanted to force her to get an abortion. Yeah, so he's just like just an overall like sleaze bag. And once you get that kind of context, you just realize that that wasn't an accident on Zoom. was
Definitely was not.
That was not an accident. He knew what he was doing. No, he was, you know what? I'm just gonna move on from Tubin, but just
He's a loser. That's it.
yeah,
Okay.
loser.
Moving on.
And maybe I just hope his LinkedIn profile is up to date. Uh So the next winner, well, I wasn't sure which category to put this under, so I'm gonna leave this up to you.
Okay,
So
go
there
ahead.
was a little, I'm not gonna say kerfuffle, but there was a little what's the right word? Because it wasn't a brouhaha, and it wasn't a well, something happened involving Davido and Lil Baby, and
Uh-huh.
and see. So I'm just gonna give the broad strokes, and then I'll let you fill in
Okay. Because I have thoughts about this, so go ahead.
with details, thoughts, and whatever. And because all I have is jokes, so I'm just gonna.
Oh my. See, you are part. See what how I said you're part of them, but go
I
ahead.
no, but I haven't told any of my jokes yet. I saved it for the podcast.
Okay, go ahead.
So I'm just gonna give the broad strokes here, where Davido released a song with Lil Baby. I'm trying to think of a Lil Baby song to give someone else context, but I'm drawing a blank.
Uh, yes, indeed, featuring Drake.
That's a Drake song. Lil Baby didn't show up in that song till like 2 minutes in.
Oop, okay.
See, I said I have nothing but jokes, but yeah, no, seriously. Drake
The only
started with
song I
he
know
start
of his is the one with City Girls, so I'm not the person to ask either.
exactly.
Okay.
So the song came out, and I don't know who was badgering whom, but Lil Baby. I just saw the reaction, and Lil Baby basically said, "No more features, uh, going to album mode," and then followed that up with, "I'm from the mud. What am I what am I supposed to do? I got offered 100K to talk." Okay, I have thoughts on that, but you know what? I'll cede the floor to you and hear what you have to say.
Okay, so the song is called So Crazy, and
Okay.
it truly is so crazy.
I didn't even know the title of the song. Thank you for providing that.
Yeah, no, just like, yes, somebody posted a clip on Twitter, and Nigerians, when they don't like something, they're gonna let you know in the worst way possible.
Ooh.
They called it garbage. They said it
Oh.
was embarrassing. And then the Avengers, aka WizKid FC, came out. And then it turned into, oh, well, WizKid would never do this. WizKid would
Ooh.
never embarrass me like this online. Da-da-da. But most of the, I guess, comments I saw were towards Davido, which is why I'm a little bit surprised that Lil Baby even caught wind of it or whatever. But I mean, the song is not good, but I don't
But
have anything else. Sorry, I
so
I
what
can't turn that around.
I thought the commentary was about his verse being trash, but you're saying the the backlash was to Davido.
I literally commented on that video, and WizKid fans came into my mentions like, yeah, he sucks.
Ooh, wow.
WizKid would never do this.
Oh, so this is complicated.
This is very complicated.
Wow. Oh.
It turned into like a stan war.
So you see why I didn't know whether to put him as the winner or the loser in all this. Because the thing about social media is infamy is as good as being famous.
Exactly. And his
Like
album is coming out,
yeah, so like he's
I
getting
think tonight even, or tomorrow night. I don't know.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
Friday. Yeah,
probably tomorrow. Tomorrow, yeah.
yeah. So, and I know I'm gonna listen, but I also would have listened even without that feature. So
Really?
yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Oh,
I mean,
okay.
just to check it out. Although, I mean, did you see the list of the other features that he has on the album?
No, no.
You ain't see that he has Nas on the album?
What? Really?
He has Nas on a song called Birthday Cake.
So I have questions. I have I
Go
have
ahead.
I have questions.
Go ahead.
Why?
I I think Davido's time in America, and when you couple in the fact that I think he's trying to be more international, I feel like he's doing all of these weird features. And I just really wish Afrobeats artists would just not do
Yeah.
them
So
and
I
realize that their music is good.
Yeah.
as it is.
So so this was the thing that also stood out to me with this feature specifically.
Mhm.
It like it's sort of getting the same reaction as the feature he had with Meek Mill.
Oh my god, that was trash.
Yeah. So it's like you've broken in like because that's not what how he broke into the American market. He broke in with If and
Definitely.
Fall.
Yes, which are like very like
Yeah,
Afrobeat songs. Yes.
exactly. So I'm like, why are you trying to like? I get there's also something about an artist wanting to work with like legends. Like I can understand wanting to work with Nas because he's a legend. Lil Baby, on the other hand,
Although I believe him and Baby like are like friends
yeah.
or
Oh,
were
okay.
friends,
See,
which I get more than Nas. Like, and I would love to know the like thought process that like went through like let's get Nas on this album.
okay, so that's what I thought too about Lil Baby, until he mentioned that he got 100K to talk.
I mean, if if I'm asking my friend to do something, I'm still gonna pay them.
100K, and then have your friend throw it in your face like I only did it because of the money.
You Nigerians were bullying him. He was hurt.
Yo, are you friends or not?
If I do something for you and your other friends start bullying me, I'm gonna defend myself.
Like this podcast, for instance,
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, well,
100K.
he paid me 100K to talk, so I came to talk, and this is what happened.
At least you're talking, and it's significantly longer than that song.
Yeah, the guys, if you like have happened to have like not heard it yet, please go. It's just like a mishmash
Yeah, it.
of words. Then the video was really weird too. It was just like girls and like I'm
Yeah.
not like
So
adverse
wait,
to like girls
so
in a video, but it was just like I don't know, it was just like a weird vibe going on.
honestly, so I saw the clip that I saw was like from the video, or whatever, and
Mhm.
I don't know if it's because of current situation, but all I could think about was like, have they all been tested for COVID? That was all I could think about. Like, what
Where do
did
you think they filmed it? In
where?
the US, do you think?
I don't. Is it? Would it be any better anywhere else?
I mean, some places have less cases.
So they flew all those people there, or were they all locals and they
I
just took their crew there and went to go infect people? Is no matter what, it's still
okay. I'm trying to turn this into a positive situation.
there's
But
not a lot of positive there.
like
But,
there's not a lot to say.
yeah, but so that's that. It's also leading me into another thing that I wanted to talk to you about because, like you mentioned, like he has an album coming out. So I don't think
Mhm.
I've actually listened to a Davido album.
Whoa.
No, and it's not. No, it's not shade or anything.
I know it's not, which is making it even worse.
But no,
You just
but then wait, hold. Let me get to the punchline.
go
I
ahead.
had up till recently, I hadn't listened to a lot of Nigerian albums all the way through.
Oh,
Like
you
I
are.
only had exposure based on like their hit songs or a playlist that I curated, and then you know how Spotify does, where like after the playlist is done, it just puts more music that's similar to the songs that you have, and then that's how I discover new artists, and then I'll just play their whatever. But
And but you never think like, oh, let me listen to this body of work that they put together
no, not until recently. So
recently, as in,
as in this year,
hey God.
yeah, I wasn't listening to full albums. But now, so this is also gonna, because this is like a conversation we like I think I posted something about an album I had just listened to, or I was listening to, and you commented on it. That was like, is this the album everybody's talking about they had sex to or were having sex to?
You know what? I don't fear a lot of people, but I fear WizKid FC.
Really?
And I have just unlooked that album because I'm so afraid if I say what I think, them go come for me and I'm not ready.
So I don't. So I'm first of all, I'm not even saying the album is trash. It's an easy listen. It's a cool album. It's a nice album. It's not an album that makes me think about having sex. No. it's not an album I would play during sex. It's I think it's an album I would play if I wanted someone to leave after having like no, that album does not give me turn off the lights and take off your clothes vibes. Like no.
I think people are just like inside their homes and horny, and they heard like, "Oh, girl, wind up your waist," and they just started thinking things that didn't make sense.
You know that you know what, that could be it. People have been locked up for so long, like they heard an album that was like mellow and thought, you know what, that's the soundtrack for my next session. And like, no, that's not. No, I don't.
Yeah, like it's and to me, like I don't smoke, but that's like a smoking album. That's like a vibing album. That's like a chilling album.
You
That
know
is
what?
not.
That's a hookah lounge
Oh,
album right there. That's even though you should not be in a hookah lounge in the middle of a pandemic that affects your
listen,
lungs.
guys. We've been seeing your Instagrams. Don't worry, guys.
But you know what? I promised I would not come for Atlanta because they showed out in the election. So you know what? For 1 week, you guys can smoke all the hookah you want, even though numbers are skyrocketing. But you know what? Just apparently they're immune in Georgia. And remember, if you're in Georgia, the Senate race, there are two runoffs. Go vote, go register. Right? Yes, in January. Go register, vote. In fact, matter of fact, just mailing your votes right now, just so they won't try anything funny. But so I listened to that album. Then I saw something you posted about Olamide's album.
My guy.
So I actually listened because of you, and I realized I hadn't listened to an Olamide album either.
What is going on with you? Like what is going on with you? Okay. I have a couple. Did you listen to Twice as Tall?
I tried to. I couldn't get through it. God. Well, no, but what was the one before that he had?
Did you listen to African Giant?
I believe I did. I think
so. You're not even sure.
The only
greatest African albums of all time.
Okay, let's calm down.
No.
But what's
that album?
Because it had what's the name of that? Killing Them. That
I am not a Zanku warrior at all. So don't even say that. Don't even say that.
The only album for sure of his that I know I listened to was the one with Like to Party.
Like 10 years ago?
Like I said, things have been happening.
Okay. But anyway, when I love an artist, I'm like, hey, let me go check out their bodies of work. Lil Kesh. I love Lil Kesh. I'm sorry. I'm going off a little bit right now. But I love Lil Kesh. And so I said, let me go back and listen to the whole body of work. Reminisce. Another underrated guy. Vibes and Inshot. A lot.
That's
a lot of people
album?
Did not. Yes. It's an EP actually. It's like 6 songs. It's super good.
Okay.
I'm very ashamed of you right now. I just have to say.
And while I'm in the middle of giving you props, this is not how I thought this would turn out, but here we are.
For you to say that you think you listened to African Giants.
Well, it obviously didn't leave that much of an impression. I mean, I remember Like to Party, and although
that's 10 years. That's when I was in college.
Why are you trying to make me feel old? Like that wasn't necessary.
That wasn't bad. That was not. I just wanted you to feel how long ago that's been.
Okay. I mentioned that because I wanted to say I finally listened to an Olamide album, and it was.
I just took this. Okay, go ahead.
But it wasn't what I was expecting, because like I was expecting like this, and maybe this is because of his earlier work, where I was expecting like more of like a street album where it was just like really rugged, but the production was like really good. I really don't. But wait, don't give me that face. I know the people listening can't see what's happening, but she just gave me a very dirty look. And
because you're surprised that the production was good.
No, what? See, okay,
Sorry.
I
No,
deserve
sorry.
that. I know I deserve that. When I say like the production was really good, like it was like very diverse sound. It wasn't just like one night bang bang just over and over. It was like
Because you only listen to singles. That's why.
that's that's what I'm bringing to you. I'm telling you that that's what brought this whole thing up. Where it was like, okay, because I hadn't been listening to full bodies of work, like, and Olamide was so. I said all that to say I went off of your indirect recommendation to listen to
Thank
Olamide.
you, everybody. Thank you. I'm doing a bow right now.
This is not going well. But anyway, what I wanted, so what I was trying to do was after the album finished, like you know how then there's like the radio thing comes on, and it played this song by this artist Oxlade, and it played uh Away, and immediately I heard that I went to go find his EP
I'm so proud of you.
Oxygen, and it is fire.
I'm so proud
It
of you.
it it was I yesterday I legit played the EP 3 times back like while I was texting you. That's what I was listening to.
You see
And
what I can do for your life?
calm down, please. Just calm down. Like anyway, so it was so it was like okay, so I can dedicate some time to a lot of these artists where it's just like okay, not just singles. And yeah, he put out a very good body of work with that EP, 6 songs, and it's just immediately I listened to I sent it to somebody else too. I was like, yo, you gotta listen to this. You don't get credit for that. I'm sorry.
Yes, I
Okay,
do.
you don't.
It's a chain. Okay, so I have another question for you.
Okay, this
Did you listen to Fireboy's album? I think it's called Apollo.
I actually did. That's the funny. I
Okay.
listened to it
All right. We're getting somewhere.
last month because so many people were talking about it, and
Okay.
you know
That
what?
is a really, really good album as well. Like, oh, whoa.
So I have thoughts, but I don't remember them. I had very I had I know I think so you know how they say like when when you remember something, you're not actually remembering it, you're remembering the last time you remembered it.
I can't say I've heard that.
You've never heard that? Yeah. So it's
I don't think
so
so.
yeah, it's I know it sounds like it sounds psychedelic, but it's like the last when you remember something, you're literally remembering the last time you remembered it. So with that, I say all that to say, I know I had strong thoughts about the album right after I listened to it. I just don't remember any of the thoughts. Like I had a very strong like I liked the album.
Mm-hmm.
I thought parts of it were amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just gonna leave it there because people don't know how to accept criticism and as long as it's not like 100% slurping, it's hating. So I'm just gonna leave it there for
Slurping.
Fireboy because I'm at this point it's not even coming from a place of like knowledge. It's just like it's hearsay even though it's coming from me. It's but I honestly I'll probably have to listen to it again.
Okay, but my favorite album this year,
Hmm.
King of Love by Kiss Daniel. I have listened to that album like every single, and I think it was released like kind of early in the year too. Hold on.
Really?
I Kiss Daniel is like one of the most underrated
You can't
Afrobeats
call
artists.
someone underrated when he's one of the most popular.
Okay, but you cannot put him like people don't talk about him like how they talk about Wizkid, Burna, Davido,
Yeah,
Olamide.
yeah, because that's like those are like the Mount Rushmore of Nigerian male artists. Those four.
But to me,
Hmm.
Kiss Daniel's songs are still on that level.
Really?
You cannot go to a wedding and not hear
So
a Kiss Daniel.
he makes wedding music then.
No,
So,
yes,
so he's Nigerian Ed Sheeran.
no. Okay, but Ed Sheeran is like selling out like
Yeah,
world tours though.
yeah. Ed
So
Sheeran is one of the biggest pop stars in the world. Yes, absolutely.
I don't know. I feel like it like from start to finish, that is a good ass album, and everybody please go listen to it.
Okay. So
Okay.
is there any more music we want to talk about?
I think that is it for
You
now.
sure?
Yeah. Davido, I'm kind of nervous, but I'm gonna go in with an open mind.
Oh yeah. Oh, thank you. That's even what brought us here. So you
Yes,
didn't think you
right?
didn't think that was kind of funny where he made it seem like I only hung out with him because he paid me 100K. You didn't think that was kind of a low blow?
You Nigerians were bullying him, and I'm gonna keep saying this.
But but you also said he wasn't the one being bullied, that it was Davido they were bullying.
I guess somehow he caught wind of it. Maybe he like searched his name and was like, "Hey, let me talk to the fans," and all
So
he saw was
he just caught some strays basically off of that.
yeah, basically. Because
Okay.
his part wasn't. I mean, it's not even that his part was bad or like Davido's part was bad. It was just a combination of
Hmm.
unfortunate events that led to that song.
Okay. So it's almost like you knew the next thing coming because that phrasing, a combination of unfortunate events, leads us into our next and maybe final topic, depending on how you feel about what we're gonna say. So a couple days on Twitter, people were sharing
Oh gosh.
people were sharing their stories of heartbreak. And I'm not gonna speak for Tammy here, but it was hilarious because other people's heartbreak is hilarious.
Okay, that is just mean. That is just
No,
plain mean.
yes,
I would
it
never
is
say that.
mean. Yes, it is mean. It is also true.
Okay, no. Here's the thing.
Okay.
Number one, I thought it was beautiful that literally from the UK to Nigeria to the US, we were all talking about the same thing.
Hmm.
I found that to be beautiful. Number
Okay.
two, my heart went out to people. I was like, damn, people have really gotten hurt out here. Now, were there some stories that were funny as hell? Yes.
Okay.
Am I gonna laugh in somebody's mentions about their heartbreak? No.
But you laughed.
If it was extreme.
Did you
There
laugh?
was
Did
one
you
where
laugh,
this
Amy?
girl said she like felt like she was heartbroken and she was crying. She fell like down the stairs, like at a train station. And then somebody was like, "Are you okay?" And she was like, "Do I look okay to you?" Yeah. When I saw that, did I chuckle just a little bit? Yes.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
You are smiling with your whole mouth right now, and you just from retelling it. So I know you did more than a chuckle.
I know because I can put myself into that mind frame, and that's a dark ass place to be. So I laughed, but not with my full like lungs.
So my statement is still true. Other people's heartbreak is hilarious
No.
because even your heartbreak or my heartbreak, other people were laughing. Like even stories that. So I didn't tell
People,
any full stories, but I
you
just
were like telling jokes about like playing Kelly Clarkson in Newark Penn Station. And I had to text you, like, bro, are you good? And you were like, yeah, I play Kelly Clarkson everywhere. So I was like,
yeah, it's
okay,
a
he's
known fact. Like I love Kelly Clarkson. So whether it's heartbreak or I'm in love, I you know what, I will play Kelly Clarkson
huh? No,
anytime.
no,
But
no. Let's go back there. In love,
Sorry, there's something in my eye. What happened? What happened?
because
What happened?
I mean, you said that you didn't have a story to share for a certain
No,
reason.
I was just going on both ends of the spectrum. That wasn't about
Mhm.
anything in specific. Why are you batting your eyelashes? What is going?
Because I want you to, this is a safe space.
Is it?
It is.
And I extend that courtesy to you as well.
I mean, people already saw mine.
Oh, I already saw your what?
I told my situation.
Go. The floor is yours. Like, would you like to elaborate? Like, I'm just
I
gonna lay
mean,
out and let you tell me.
no, because like you like had to be like in the moment, like on the TL. Then you see it and then you're like, oh, okay. Because if I say it like right now, it's just gonna be like, oh my God, what is this?
You know what? It's a safe space. And
I think it's more important to talk to people who have never been in love. Because
oh,
I feel like
mm, I know
unless
what's
you are
going.
with your like high school like sweetheart, you've gotten heartbroken somewhere. right?
You're asking me specifically?
Generally.
Generally, I'll say yes to that.
But then you are an anomaly. And I think we should analyze that.
How did we go about we started with asking you about your situation that you were sharing, and then it became like psychoanalysis of me.
Yeah. I think that's more interesting. And I think everybody will agree with me.
Yes, because they revel in anything that they think might embarrass me, but I don't have shame.
Okay, so go ahead.
No, but what's the question? What's the question?
The question was, do you have a heartbreak story? Okay, first of all, let's just start.
So looking back on it, no, but at the time I probably thought it was like.
I mean, then it is.
No, because like all these people were sharing things that would bring back like okay, no, you know what? I don't have a heartbreak story. I have a breakup story. Is that the same thing?
Were you heartbroken afterwards?
So I don't know if I was heartbroken by the events or my reaction to the like. So you know how something can happen and then your reaction to it like can amplify it. Like I don't know, losing your job and then you go on a bender, and then whatever happens there you associate with losing your job, even though losing your job itself didn't actually hurt.
But if losing your job didn't hurt, why did you go on the bender?
So losing your job might have hurt on like a 3 out of 10, and then you go on the bender, you get a DUI, and then now you're unhireable for the next 6 years. I don't know. That didn't happen to me, by the way. That was just a very loose.
Thank you for clarifying.
Just saying. So no, okay. So, and this part was true that I put on the TL. So people who know me know that it's not that I don't believe in monogamy. I just think relationships in general, just like everything in life, have an expiration date.
Oh my God, that's so sad.
No, but wait, let me just. But then the expiration date could just also be death.
Oh my God.
No, but like no. I mean,
you just made staying together like forever sound so depressing.
I know, it's a gift, but I'm just saying,
oh my God.
Just like growing old together, like.
Thank you. That's beautiful.
Growing old together.
Okay. Thank you.
Your partner, even if you stay together till old age, your partner is going to die. And
what is that? Why must you ruin it?
I'm not ruining it. I'm not a pessimist. I'm a realist. Let me put it.
You stay together forever. Period. Okay. Tell us about your story, because all this.
So that's a funny thing. So again, I'm not high or anything, but for forever as a concept, like
it is scary, even to me.
No, but see, so staying together forever, it sounds like I feel like forever is really just to the end of your perception of time. So like when you die, then that's your forever or whatever. So it could be true. Like at first I'm like forever, like no, like 1,000 years from now, you're not going to be together because you're both going to be dead. But forever is just like until you stop perceiving time. That is the end of, we've gone down a very separate track here.
Because you're trying to like divert attention, but I am on you. Okay, I am on you.
We're okay. So I was talking about not. Did I say I don't? No, I don't. It's not that I don't believe in monogamy. I just think relationships. It's not that.
Have you been heartbroken?
Have I? Oh, wow. That's where we started.
Yes.
For the sake of this conversation, I'll say yes. Because I thought I was at the time. Would you like?
Thought you were heartbroken?
Yeah, because someone broke up with me. I wasn't pleased.
Yeah, but no. I have had plenty of breakups, but I've only had like 2 heartbreaks, maybe 3.
Okay, so you said plenty of breakups. I'm just going to write that down.
I am a young woman dating in the world. I have had breakups. Yes.
No, this is not shame. No, I want to get stories. No, we
Stories, Kat.
yeah, absolutely. I'm telling you my story. So you said plenty of
You
breakups.
have told us nothing.
I'm getting to it. I'm just trying to make sure I don't forget. Plenty
Okay.
of breakups and you said how many heartbreaks?
0. Okay, go ahead.
And a couple heartbreaks.
Oh my God.
I'm just gonna round up there. Heartbreaks. Okay. So so I don't count any quote unquote relationship before I was 21.
I beg.
I'm
What?
just
Oh, you.
No, because it's like one was when I was in secondary school in Nigeria. It's like I was 15.
15 is like
No, I was just
actually like
happy to
a
hold
great
somebody's
age.
hand. Nah, that doesn't count.
That I had my first love when I was like 14.
Wow. Congratulations. No, wait, this one's actually no, this was before 15. Damn. It might have been.
Why are we putting an age on
Yeah,
love?
because I don't count that is what I'm saying, because even then I didn't think it was love. It was the person you bought chocolates for.
That is love.
No, hell
That is
no.
at the age of 15, there are certain things that you can and can't do. So yeah, at that time, buying chocolates is love.
Agree to disagree.
Okay.
Anyway, so since as a grown up, again, like I said, I don't have shame. So I would say I've had, would I say 2 relationships? 1.5? Let's just round up to 2. And because one, and I'll give you the context. You're being very quiet and you're giving me a look that's very judgmental.
Because no. I have questions, but
You want to
you're
get
on
to
a
your question
roll,
now?
so I want you to keep going before I hop back in. So just go ahead.
Okay, so I'm giving you the heartbreak story, right? The quote unquote
Yes.
heartbreak story.
Yes.
So, and this was my last girlfriend, and I'm not getting choked up. I'm just trying to remember. I'm just trying to
I
remember.
was actually gonna say like
It sounded like I was getting choked up.
no, just like generally, and this goes for everybody.
Okay.
Reliving trauma can be hard. So if there's something that you don't want to say, you don't have to say it.
Oh no,
So
I don't have, and I know she doesn't. She doesn't listen to it, even if she did.
no, or like even personally, you should just say it. Sometimes it's like very hard.
Yeah,
And
no.
I know, no, I know some people on Twitter, after they logged off, they went into their bed and they cried. And there's no shame in that. There is no shame in that. But I'm just saying.
Sometimes you need a good cry.
Yeah. Don't I know it? Anyway, continue.
We'll get to that.
Don't
So,
worry.
I'm not gonna say the year because that's gonna invite judgment. But anyway, it was Mm-hmm. So it was it was what even happened, Seth? So it
Oh
was,
my God.
no, because it's not that my memory is terrible. I'm not I'm not repressing anything. It's just bad memory coupled with I was gonna say relief, but no, that would be mean. So it was, it was like a real like grown up relationship ish, but so it's funny thinking back on it because I feel like if I had done like anything like this, I would be like I would be on message boards as like the fuck boy of the year. Like there would be like warning posters where it's like, if you see this man, avoid him at all costs. So basically the breakup happened like this. I got a text that said, I can't do this anymore. I'm no longer feeling the spark. That was it. That was the breakup message. And my reply was, are you sure? And she said yes, and we were and we were done.
You guys, I am speechless.
Yeah, so like I said, the action itself was, I mean, it sucked, but it wasn't the thing that magnified the whole thing was, and this is what I said on Twitter, was if you should, like, if you want to hear a breakup song, is a song by The Script called Break Even. And
I
and
actually thought like you were joking with those
oh no,
comments.
no, that part, no, that part was, that part was true. That part was true. And let me get you the lyrics of that song so that
Oh,
you can
I
feel.
know the lyrics.
No, I mean, I'm doing this for the audience. So it's
Oh
like,
gosh.
and it starts like this: I'm still alive, but I'm barely breathing. Just praying to a God that I don't believe in. Like, just think about that for a second. You're thinking, just, oh God, why have you forsaken?
Okay, wait. I have some questions though.
Wait, let me just get that last
Oh,
line out. Let me
you're
just get
still
this last
going.
line out.
Okay. All right. Sorry. Go ahead.
And the line that just, this was the line that I know, even though I'm like imagining, but I'm sure back then this was the line that really got me. Cause when a heart breaks, no, it don't break even. Like, damn, what were they going through? It's like, you means your heart will break, jaga jaga. Like, no matter what
Oh
happens
my
beyond that,
God.
it's not gonna be the same. And yeah. So what was your question?
Okay. So her breaking up with you wasn't the issue. The issue was you listening
No.
to that song.
So the song basically amplified whatever I was feeling, because
So she breaks up with you, then you turn on that song.
I don't know if I turned it on, but I don't think I turned it on because we didn't have like Spotify or anything at the time. So I don't know if it was something cosmic where that song just happened to be playing, or maybe I just associate the song with the breakup. But yeah, that, whew, yeah, it was. You look puzzled.
I,
Ask your questions. Come on.
I'm. Were you in love with this person?
No, no, I wouldn't say. But that's the thing. I always say that's going to be my answer to, oh, not every relationship, but
So you've never been in love.
so okay, if I ask you, so there were times when you were young where you had like $6 and you thought you were rich. But but if I ask you, have you ever been wealthy or whatever, would you say yes because of that $6 you had when you were 4 years old?
Yes.
Really? It's all
Okay,
relative.
no. But no. But I know for a fact that I have been in love before. Like that's just a fact.
At what age?
Ages.
Okay, at what ages then?
No, okay, no.
No,
The
because I don't count certain things that happened at certain ages. That's why, that's me personally. I
I
don't
mean,
I don't believe I had a full experience or concept of love at that age. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
I
I might
mean,
have been extremely fond of someone,
doesn't matter though.
and then again, a lot of those feelings could have just been lust.
So you don't even know.
No, all I'm telling you is I could have thought I was then, but looking back on it, it probably wasn't.
As long as you think you were or weren't in love, then that's what it is.
Okay, so I'll say yes, I have been,
Okay.
but not with her.
Then how did you get heartbroken?
Because it sucked. Losing a job, I didn't love the job, but that broke my heart too.
Oh, but yeah, okay, because a job is like directly tied to your like life and like
Yeah,
money
but,
and
but also it's like you can have multiple jobs.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I feel like that song broke your heart. And I think you should go and face the script instead of that girl.
I no, but that's the thing. I don't have any ill will towards her. Like, we're still relatively cool right now.
Guys, my face, I'm like shocked face right now.
Yeah.
If you break my heart,
Yeah, I mean, oh, okay. So I left out a very important part of the story. Well, not important, just interesting part of the story. A couple days later, she asked me if we could get back together.
and you said no.
Of course, I said no. The fuck?
I wouldn't judge you if you said yes.
Oh no, I don't. I don't do that. No, because for you to, the thing is, for you to get to the point where you break up with someone, you've already done you've gamed it out in your head. You've already thought about what life would be like without me, and you went along with it.
Yeah,
And
but
yeah, I don't, no take backs. I'm sorry, no refunds.
sometimes you need to face the darkness to
Yeah,
know that
and
you love.
I'm not going to be a flashlight. Sorry.
But like, do you know why she broke up with you?
I mean, see, so that would have been something she could have told me while she was breaking up with me, but she just said she wasn't feeling the spark. No, no context, no elaboration, just no. Like I'm not.
But
Go on.
when she came back though, like, so you didn't like ask her like, well, then why did you break up with me? In the
No,
first
I
place.
was I was in I was in defiant mode at that point. It didn't matter. I I literally have no recollection of what that conversation, because we spoke in person at that point.
Hmm.
I have no recollection of that. I just know I just went into it knowing I was going to say no.
So
So
you knew what she was gonna say.
no, I knew what I was going to say. Like no matter what she was going to say, I was going to say no.
What if she was just gonna say like, oh, like, hope you're doing well?
No, but the conversation was, the whole point of her coming over was,
Oh, got you,
yeah,
got you, got you. Okay,
yeah,
so you
yeah, no.
um,
Yeah.
how do you feel about it now?
I mean, I'm also the person that just like shitted on monogamy and relationships in general. So,
I mean, you can still be hurt
oh no, no, not no, no.
or
Oh, hurt
not
by,
hurt.
no, 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 no.
Do you think that you've healed?
Hmm. I mean, on the list of things that I need like to like heal over, that's low on the list.
But it is on the list.
I mean, I've come to terms with it. It's not something that kept me up at night beyond like that month.
Do you feel healed? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a footnote, really. It's not a chapter. It's not a page, it's a footnote. It's just like, yeah, and that sucked and I moved on.
Doesn't really sound like healing to me, but
Hey, there
all
there are
different.
there are many ways to skin a cat. That, yeah, that was a weird.
But thank you for sharing. Okay.
Yeah,
Moving
even
on.
though
Next.
it started with you supposed to share, and then
I have shared. I have shared it. People saw it.
I don't like how you're behaving right now, but you know what?
Okay, okay, fine, fine. What is your question?
No, don't worry.
No, no, no.
We will get to
You
that.
no, I no no. I believe in what's it called?
I don't know. English is not my first language.
It it it, it actually isn't mine either. So we're just two non-English knowing people here. No,
Yeah.
I will speak. Go ahead. What is the question?
See, I forgot now. I don't want to badger you into it because
No,
it has to be voluntary.
it is voluntary. I
So
just need a
voluntary.
question so I can go forward.
Honestly, I'm gonna save that for an entire episode because we're gonna delve into that because you're trying
Delve into what, please?
you're trying to be sneaky, and instead of,
I'm not.
yeah, I just wanted you to share. You know, you said you've had plenty of breakups. Quote, plenty of
Oh my
breakups.
god.
Quote, a couple of heartbreaks. So no, I just wanted like one or two of those.
One or two of the breakups?
No, I don't care about the breakups. It's the heartbreak I care about.
I
You
mean,
know, actually, I would like some of the breakups too, just like the
no, I
logistics
mean,
of them. Like, how did
no,
they
I
happen?
mean,
Like the setting.
if
What was
you're
the weather like?
what?
The weather, just set the scene.
No, I mean, it's just like if you're dating people, there's either you stay together or you break up. So,
that's
sometimes it's just like drifting. Sometimes it's like an actual, like, I don't fuck with you anymore,
Ooh.
It's what it is.
That second one sounds more interesting.
I mean,
and at least
some people are, I still believe in love, but there are some people are dirty out here.
Oh, okay.
Some people are dirty out
here. It sounds like you have something to say. Who are these people that are dirty? Like,
some people just don't know how to communicate. They don't know how to comport themselves. They don't believe in honesty. They lie to themselves and they lie to you.
I feel like you're on the precipice of telling a very specific story. She's speechless.
I am, which is very rare.
Go ahead. The floor is yours.
I'm in a very good place right now. So the only thing that I have to say is heal from whatever's bothering you and remain optimistic that your person is going to come.
That sounds incredibly boring. Nobody.
That is very mean.
We don't want to talk about healing. We want to talk about what caused the pain. That's what we want to talk about.
What caused the pain was somebody who was, their actions and their words were not lining up.
You are speaking in very abstract ideas right now. You're like, a person did a thing that did not vibe.
Imagine somebody tells you that they do not want to be in a relationship, but they want to hang out with you every single weekend and they want to talk to you on the phone every single day.
I can't imagine that. That sounds horrible. I'm sorry.
Well, that's what happened to me.
Talking on the phone every day is. I'm sorry. I'm projecting.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, no, it's just a very confusing situation. And then when you couple that with like coming off of like post-grad depression and like not knowing who you are, it's a recipe for disaster, and disaster struck.
So this goes back to what you were telling me then. So you guys weren't actually in a relationship, but there was heartbreak?
That can definitely happen.
But you were questioning me about.
I loved him.
Oh, okay. You just went on and said it. Okay.
I did. Okay.
Yeah. That felt like a breakthrough. All right. and what actually, like, what was the end of that chapter? Like, what got to the point where you're like, okay, you know what, I'm done with all this?
So I decided like I cannot do this anymore. But I think it was God, it was the universe, it was something knew that I wasn't gonna be able to like vocalize this. So like he got upset with me over something and like stormed out. And then I was like, okay, well, this is a sign that like this is done.
And you just never talked after he left?
We did. And like I like had to make the choice of, do I want to enter back into this like extremely unfulfilling thing, or do I want to like be very, very sad, but at least know that like I'm going in a direction that I should be going in, and I chose the hard path, but look where I am now.
All healthy and emotionally stable.
You know, it was a little rough there for a few months, you know.
Few months, damn.
I mean, it was a full year. That's all I'm gonna say. It was a full year. I was in a situationship for like an entire calendar year.
Wait, so you were in the situationship for an entire year, or you were heartbroken for an entire year?
I was in the situationship for an entire year, but I did not start dealing with how I felt about it until like 6 months after. Then it was like 6 months of healing, then now we're here.
So what do you think constitutes healing?
I mean, number one, facing it, because I was just like, I don't care. Like, you know, that like Ray J video when the guy breaks the glasses and he's like, I don't care. Like, that was me. I was like, I'm living in New York now. I'm gonna go on dates. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. Meanwhile, heart is breaking on the inside. You're going on dates and you're comparing the person who's in front of you to the person that's in the past. Ooh. So I had to like face it. Like I was like very hurt. And then I started going to therapy.
Okay. All right.
Because like it was like I felt like my like self-esteem was like wrapped up in that situation, and it was like, oh, why doesn't he want me? Disgusting.
Oh. So, no, don't.
It is sad to think like that. Just because some like boy doesn't want you, then you start thinking like, oh, nobody else is gonna want you.
Okay. So. All right. Yeah, I get you. Like, and therapy is definitely, it's not something I've tried yet, but I feel like
everybody should.
Yeah, I've heard that as well. Like
every single person.
Yeah, because there's only so much you can talk to your friends about. Because like they're always gonna see things from your perspective, unless you're talking to me, and then
oh gosh.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I really don't know why anybody asks me for advice. I really don't, but it happens. Yeah, sorry guys, but yeah, therapy. What are other coping mechanisms? Not necessarily healthy ones, but
let's stay on the healthy ones, please. I mean, if you're religious, you pray, you can meditate. You can do like mantras, you know what I mean?
For the religious people, what about if the person that broke your heart is like a minister in your church or something, or someone like in the choir?
Then you better go and exit that church.
Because I saw some stories about that. Like,
listen, that's a whole other episode, and I have thoughts about that. Let me not drag church people today. But anyway, but the first step is like you need to face I am hurt. And I feel like people think like, oh, we weren't officially boyfriend girlfriend, so I can't be hurt. No, you can absolutely be hurt even if it wasn't official.
Interesting. So okay,
face that shit, look it in the eye, look your demons in the eye. That's it. I'm gonna win this battle.
That got dramatic very quickly.
It did. I'm a dramatic girl. But no, that's really like what it feels like. And it feels like you're never gonna love again. No one's gonna want you again. You're gonna be like alone in a shack eating beans.
But wouldn't life just be easier without like relationships like that? I said, wouldn't life just be easier if you didn't have to deal with like the potential for heartache?
Okay, definitely. But you need to make that choice from a positive place. Like you can't say like, oh, I'm heartbroken, so I'm gonna like shut myself off. No, there's nothing wrong with choosing to be single, but you need to choose that from a healthy like place, basically. Okay. Don't choose that out of fear or out of hurt. Choose that because like that's what you like actually want for yourself.
Okay, that makes sense a bit, but you know, I'll take that answer.
It makes sense a lot, actually. I've spent many months thinking about this.
Oh, okay.
I am somebody that like likes being with somebody for some reason. I don't know.
For some reason, you make it sound like an affliction.
No, because it's just like I don't like being like in a relationship or being like held like accountable to somebody like does not bother me like in the slightest. It's just
horrible.
It's
but
nice.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, everybody's all coupled up, and then there's me.
But you have chosen that from a place of positivity, right?
Yeah, a place of convenience, a place of no, wait, no, convenience was a place of peace, a place of zen, a place of it. I don't want disruption. Like So unless you're adding peace, ma'am, unless you're adding, don't see. I already have my wahala. Don't bring more wahala.
100%. But if it's the person that you are supposed to be with, they will bring you peace.
So it's a supposed thing now.
Or if it's a good relationship, whatever, like they will bring you peace. Somebody who's bringing you drama and wahala and that is not your person.
Okay.
You can tell them, get out of here.
Okay. We agree on that. We definitely agree on that. I don't need that in my life.
So yeah, life is hard enough. You don't need your partner to be adding on to that.
Yes. Because I know some stressful people out there, but I won't name any names.
I feel like that was a dig, but we're gonna move on.
Okay, yeah,
I am actually like a very peaceful person. I know
that wasn't directed at you.
I am actually like really chill. But anyway,
record, so that the audience knows, that was not directed at Tammy.
Okay,
Tammy is relatively peaceful.
Relatively.
Yeah, on a curve,
Yeah, I have like fun dramatics, like
fun dramatics.
Yeah, like I didn't get the Telfar bag.
And then you threw a fit?
No. I'm just like, oh, I didn't get it. Like, hold me.
Oh, okay. I thought that was, when you said dramatics, I thought like that was gonna end totally different.
Oh, no. Am I 10 years old? No.
Like, these things happen.
They do happen, actually. So
at this point, I'm just, I'm in a place where it's like, I keep getting asked about like, when are you gonna get in a relationship? When are you gonna?
I don't like when people do that though. Like, leave the person alone. Although, can I ask, are you like dating?
Define dating.
Are you purposely trying to meet women?
For the purpose of what?
Any purpose. The answer is yes, but I feel like
for the purpose of a relationship, not at the moment, no.
For the purpose of companionship.
Perhaps.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, there was a time where I was just completely closed off, where like even if the opportunity presented itself, I was either ignorant to it or ignoring it. So maybe it's the pandemic that's making people think. Like, but I'm already trying to be by myself on a normal day. So the pandemic is just like, oh great, now I have a built-in excuse. Public safety. Like, everybody leave me alone. Like, yeah. So except you people that are listening, yeah, you guys are awesome. But yeah, so things, life is funny that way. Like, you often find things when you're not looking for them.
That is so scary to me.
I say that as someone who loses things a lot, and I often find something I was looking for last week while I'm looking for something. Yeah, or maybe I'm just forgetful. But yeah, old age. But maybe it's in a time like this where no, I don't think so. No, I couldn't even form the sentence. Like, no. But yeah, maybe.
There is nothing wrong with that though.
Oh, I know. I think all of you that are in couples are the weird ones.
Well, okay, no. Now you're taking it too far.
No, because
everybody has a different.
Well, not everybody. Just like 99%. I'm kidding. Mostly, but yeah, I don't know. It's just, maybe social media is adding to it, because everyone that's in a relationship is trying to prove how happy they are.
Oh gosh.
In the relationship, and it's just like, yeah, you're okay. I mean, if you insist, but But then I guess if people were putting up their relationship problems, then we would accuse them of being like attention seeking. So
yeah.
So it's like, you can't win for losing. But don't listen to me. Don't take any of my relationship advice except seek peace first. And if you happen to meet that person while you're seeking peace, then maybe it's not a terrible idea. That's all. That's the only way I can put it.
That is very depressing.
I said seeking
maybe
peace is depressing.
It's not a terrible idea, really.
What do you? How else do you want me to put it?
It's a great idea.
It could either be a terrible idea or not.
No. If you want to be with somebody and you meet somebody who has all of the things that you want, that's a beautiful thing.
That's also impossible.
How?
Unless your list is like 3 things long, like she has 2 legs, she has a heart, and most of her teeth. Like, how could someone like have
wanting somebody who is like kind and patient and communicates well? That's not crazy.
I mean, if you're in New Jersey, it is.
You know what? Let me not expose myself, but if I ever date in this New Jersey again, I will be shocked. But anyway, it is possible.
Okay.
And I don't like you putting that pessimism out to our audience.
I said this I'm not a pessimist, I'm a realist. Just because I don't see things as flowery and all, you go get them, it'll be okay.
Good.
Sometimes it won't be okay. It's okay. And it's okay to say that. I mean, look at where we are right now. We're in the middle of a damn pandemic. You still want me to say?
We are alive. We are well. Corona has not touched our family and friends.
Well, it has touched other people's. Like they were probably optimistic. Like, you know what? We're going to get through this. And over 200,000 people haven't. And that's aside from the other people who maybe just got hit by a bus or something. Like, stuff happens. And
what does that have to do with love?
It ends every day.
Okay. You have just gone off the deep end, and I do not like this.
I'm just doing this for effect. I'm just doing this for effect. I know love can be a beautiful thing.
Love is a beautiful thing.
I mean, if you pretend hard enough, sure. Oh, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Honestly. Do you have any happy love stories? Like, do you want to share those? Maybe that could like.
I mean, obviously not, because I'm not in one right now. Everything that I've been in has ended.
And what was my first line? What was my first line about relationships?
But I am going to find my person. We're going to have a beautiful, fulfilling relationship, and I'm going to come back here and I'm going to talk about it.
Okay.
That energy that I put out, I am going to get back in the form of my Yoruba king.
Oh, he has to be Yoruba.
1,000%.
Oh.
And or he has to at least know Yoruba. That's really the main thing.
So you're really on that Yoruba thing, okay?
100%. No. At the beginning of this year, I said I am going to up my skills, and I have been little by little each day.
Okay.
I have been.
You're severely limiting your pool of eligible bachelors, right?
I mean, we're the most populated Black country in the world.
Yeah, but the entire country is in Yoruba.
Yeah, but a good chunk of them are.
Yeah, but you're also not in that country. Are you bringing him over? You getting one from back home? You get one of those?
Actually, would not do that ever. No, but I it's honestly gotten to a point where if he doesn't know Yoruba, I would feel like there was something missing. Wow. To me, Yoruba is a love language. When I talk to my mom in Yoruba versus English, it just feels closer. I feel closer to her. And I cannot imagine only being able to speak in English to my partner.
So I can't imagine being rejected by someone because I don't speak Yoruba. I would be really upset by that.
I mean,
there mean, I could understand not like being rejected because I don't got money, but because I don't speak Yoruba, that would hurt more.
It's very important to me, and it's like very important that my kids know it too.
Okay, all right. You're doing it for your progeny. Fair enough.
And for myself.
Oh, okay, that's.
You're my sweeto.
Okay.
Sweets.
I was told that I rejected speaking Yoruba as a form of protest. I really I don't understand how that's possible. I just didn't learn. Like
but you know like enough.
Yeah, but I just don't like when I speak it, it sounds like I'm speaking Spanish, so I don't even bother.
I mean, me too, but I still put the effort in.
Oh no. This is why it's easier to learn a language as a youngster, like as a kid, because you don't mind making mistakes. I do. Like you don't like as when a child is learning a language, whether English or like a second language.
Yeah.
The reason why they pick up the language faster is because they don't mind making mistakes.
But you like understand the language.
To a certain degree. Like there are parts of Alamide's album I didn't understand. Like there was
okay, because that's like Yoruba level like 1000. So that's okay, but like if somebody was speaking to you in Yoruba, you would like get it.
Most of it, yeah.
Okay, so like on a scale of like 1 to 10, you're like a 7.
6.5 maybe.
Okay, that's not terrible.
No, yeah, 6.2.
Okay, now we're sliding down. I don't really like that.
I mean, I understand the basic stuff basically, but once you start going into like proverbs and stuff, you're
I mean, okay, but that's like level 10.
Okay, yeah, so yeah, so I'll go back to 6.5 then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, are you good with that? Is that okay?
Because I'm realizing now that I don't think I've ever like heard you speak it. So now I'm a little bit afraid, and I don't really see you write it either. So now I'm a little bit like.
I went to secondary school in Ibadan, so it was like Yoruba was almost the official language. Well, not in my school, but in the city.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you do know how to write it. You just choose not to.
No, even in school, I took Hausa instead, so that I wouldn't have to.
Hey God.
Yeah, I know. So maybe there is something to the protest part we're saying.
Why would you reject yourself?
I mean, I just taking Yoruba in school just was held to a higher standard. I was taken outside; they had no expectations of us. That was just yeah.
So you have a problem with people.
I just wanted an easy grade. No, it's not. This is not psychoanalysis. I just wanted.
I think it might be.
I just wanted an easy grade. That was it. Like, I was like, all you had to do was like understand where they were telling you to write your name, and you passed. Yeah.
But in your adult life, like you didn't think like, oh, I would like to get better in this language.
No, not particularly.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, I also didn't think that about Spanish, and Spanish would be more useful to me now.
Yeah, but babe, you're not Spanish.
You know, I mean, I understand enough to know when people are insulting me. That's all.
That is very important.
Yeah. Once I got that down, like, and know a couple curse words, that's it. That's all you really know. Greetings and curse words. That's all you need to know.
True. Yeah. But anyway, sometimes I'm a little, is it gonna happen? But I have the faith that it will be.
See, and we didn't even get to the stories about like people's heartbreak. And there was one particular heartbreak story.
Leave that girl alone.
For the record, it's not someone's heart that I broke when she said leave that girl alone. It was someone that shared their story. I had nothing to do with this heartbreak.
I think that story, at least in the US, was like the most like commented on or like retweeted or whatever. And I feel bad now.
So I shouldn't bring it up.
No, I mean go ahead, but this is coming from a place of love and a place of concern.
Understanding.
Yes.
No, actually, no, there is no understanding because I'm trying to understand what was going on or what like. So let me just read the message, the tweet. Is it? And this is going to be word for word, so that I get it right. she said, I really used to go to the farm at 6 a.m. to pick live chicken to cook for someone's ungrateful ass son. I'm so sick. And Timmy's looking away from me right now. Timmy, what are your thoughts on that? Mm-hmm. Timmy, this is.
I have done a lot of dumb things in my life, but and sometimes I'll like even hear stories, and I'm like, okay, I could understand like why you did that. I can understand that like, oh, you lent this person money, or you like let them take your car, or whatever. But I just cannot understand the thought process of it's 6 a.m. It's probably still a little bit dark out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting dressed to go to a farm
to
ask them to kill a live chicken for me. And I'm taking home a bag of warm chicken guts, go and cook for somebody's son. I like, and I, it's been I think like 2 days now, and I still don't know. Like first it's the farm, then it's the live chicken, then it's the like time 6 a.m. It's like 3 parts that I still cannot put together. And I tweeted like, you know, was it him pressuring her? Did she offer? You know, was 6 a.m. the only time she could go? And somebody tagged her, but she didn't answer. So I don't want to like, because I actually like want to like talk to her, like interview her, but I also know that it might be painful.
It might. I think that it would be. It's like you bring up a lot of valid questions. Like
I was sitting on my bed, like thinking, and because I remember like back in the day, there was like a chicken man my parents used to go to, and I remember the like smell of it, and it was, and I cannot imagine smelling it at 6 o'clock in the morning.
It smells different at 6 a.m.
I feel like yes, it probably would. And then somebody else, okay, somebody brought up that like depending on like the time of the year, she wouldn't be able to see. It would be dark on the farm.
I mean, she must have taken a flashlight. I mean, if she was doing it on a regular, she probably had her tools. So you know.
But why was it that serious to go to a farm?
I don't think I'd ever even feel comfortable asking someone to do that or even accepting it. Like, damn.
Yeah, like did he know it was like from a farm, or like did he just think, oh, she went to the store?
And how often was she doing it?
It sounds like it was like frequent.
Wow, it's see what relationships is making people do. She could have just stayed her ass in the house.
The worst story I've ever heard.
6 I am literally never awake at. You know what?
I used to wake up at 6 to commute on the train to the city from Jersey, and that was painful. And all I was doing was sitting on a train, and that was painful.
So imagine being on that train, a train full of chickens at 6 a.m.
At 6 a.m. Sometimes it's like dark, sometimes it's cold, sometimes it's raining, sometimes it's like windy.
So yeah, see what happened.
And I like actually tweeted like I do not believe in making fun of people's trauma, but
you laughed. You let out an ugly laugh when you read that.
People's comments were like, they took your name to the village and they said it 3 times.
So like I said, full circle. Other people's heartbreak is hilarious.
This, and there's honestly a part of me, I don't know if I think she's joking or I hope she's joking.
No, because she hasn't tweeted since then, so she was serious. She was serious. She's dealing with some things right now.
Because I have heard crazy stories where I'm like, okay, yeah, that's fucked up, but I still get it. This one, like, I don't get at like any level.
Okay.
Like any level.
Okay.
But I just want her to know that like we do care about her.
Do we?
I was coming from a place of concern, and I hope it wasn't a case of him like pressuring her to like do something.
Okay, no, see, now that would be messed up. See, now that if he's one insisting,
yeah, that would be really messed up.
Okay, then it stops being funny.
That's why I don't like to like laugh at people, because you like never know.
But see, the thing is, when you laugh, you don't have to ask those questions. It's when you start asking the questions, then it stops being funny, and then now it's not fun anymore.
I always have to think. No, because like I was just thinking, like, imagine I tweet something and then people are coming and saying, LMAO, they were in Abeokuta saying your name, which is actually my hometown. So that tweet hit differently.
Oh, see, so
they were putting your name inside Calabash. I would like feel horrible.
Yeah, you're already triggered off the city name. That's a problem. If they had said Ogbomoso, you wouldn't have felt. If they said Ogbomoso, you wouldn't have felt any type of way.
I still no, but people were like, yeah, he put your name inside Calabash. Somebody said that the herbalist deserves a raise.
You see? Other people's heartache is funny.
Just this particular story, because it is so like it's out of left field.
You think that's the only story that was funny?
That was the funniest story.
Okay, because I could pull up like a bunch that were funny too.
No, like no. Like once she tweeted that, the TL like stopped talking about like everything else, and it was just that tweet.
You know, heartbreak is universal.
That's not heartbreak. That is.
I mean, it's heartbreak because it ended in tears. Like you would think doing all that for somebody would ensure that you stay with them forever. And like even your 6 a.m. sacrifice, and the person was just like, you know what, I'll pass.
Sacrifice though?
You don't think that was a sacrifice?
Oh, I thought.
Oh, you thought no, I didn't. Wow, I didn't. I thought someone sacrificed her. I mean,
no, like maybe she was getting that chicken for
a sacrifice.
That's what you just said.
No, I'm saying the sacrifice of her getting up at 6 a.m. to do something. Your mind is just on witchcraft. Like that's
okay. No. Put yourself in that mindset. It's 6 a.m. I'm getting in my car.
Yeah, that's
there has to have been a supernatural element.
What? See, just take the juju out of it. She sacrificed her time and her comforts and her nostrils to deal with all of that, and the man still passed. He was like, you know what? I'm good. I'll eat chicken nuggets instead.
Maybe she broke up with him because she was like, "Oh, you don't deserve this."
Yeah, I doubt that seriously.
We won't know until she tweets again.
I don't think she's gonna tweet again. She's not tweeting till Thanksgiving. I'm telling you. Nah, that did not strike me as someone who was going to be the one to leave. Because if she was gonna leave, she would have left at 5:30 and never looked back.
When someone's fed up, they will go. They will move on.
Yeah, no, yeah, it's okay. You know what? Okay. I'm sorry. No, I'm not sorry. I'm just sorry for doing it this publicly because I've been laughing here.
And also, guys, just to like clarify this, also this happened in America. Like this story was.
Oh America. Yes, that is a very important detail.
There were some people that were like, oh, okay, maybe she's in Nigeria or another country where like going to the farm is more like normalized. No, she was in Texas. In Texas, so let's just add that later.
I mean, Texas. They are a bit farmy. They are a bit. She might have been somewhere rural.
They have stores though. They have what is it? Piggly Wiggly.
Wow. Okay.
That's the only Southern store that I know, guys. I'm sorry.
I can't name any.
See.
I can't name any Texas.
They don't have ShopRite. They don't have. Wegmans.
Do they have Publix? Or is that a Florida thing?
Publix. I think, I don't know.
Yeah, that's beside the point.
We are very like Northeast. Okay. Anyway.
She went to a farm and she was in America. That is the headline there.
Yes, that is the okay.
You know, I wish her healing, and I hope she stays away from farms for the time being, unless it's. I'm just gonna stop joking about that because it's starting to feel mean.
We wish her healing. Period.
Okay. Period. Yes. Yes. Exactly. And yes, just healing. Okay. All right. So I think that's a good place to stop this episode because we have different ideas on the thought of relationships, and we'll probably dive into that in a more like in a full episode where we're gonna solicit questions from the audience about relationships, their thoughts on relationships, and if they think Timmy should give someone a try, just try and hook with somebody. We're also gonna accept that as well. Nothing for me, but just questions, concerns, advice even. Maybe you have some advice for me that will make me think like relationships aren't doomed from the beginning, and then we'll go from there. So I want to thank you all for listening. Please remember to subscribe to the podcast, however you get the podcast, and maybe share it with a couple people. If you enjoy the podcast, share it with your friends and family. If you don't like the podcast, share it with someone who broke your heart. I don't know, just share it. I mean, maybe you think it's going to be a punishment. However, whatever your motivation, just share the podcast. Subscribe, leave a comment. Only 5-star ratings. If you're going to leave anything else, don't do it. I'll come out. No, don't do it. But Timmy's looking at me. That's funny. If I just tell them to leave comments, the comments might be wayward. But yes, just
nice. I like waywardness sometimes.
Okay, so we're not ending the podcast. Yes, let's delve back into what do you mean you like waywardness sometimes?
Okay. No, in our next episode, when we talk about like what we want or don't want, I like a good ratio of like Raz to like not Raz.
I see. Okay, so now the Yoruba thing is starting to make more sense. Okay. Yes. Okay.
Anyway, we are ending here.
Okay, so the waywardness that is going to be, and you know what? Maybe you have some advice for Timmy regarding the waywardness because that just hit me out of left field, and I'm not sure how to process that. But thank you very much for listening, and we'll talk to you.
Thank you guys.